Hello, gorgeous manifestors. How are you? Happy Tuesday and welcome to part 2 of my 5-part Academy warm-up. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting, and it is my insatiable passion to help hundreds of millions globally to master the art of manifesting and to become the power creators that they are truly here to be. And this week I'm running a 5-part warm-up ahead of my Become the Power Creator You Are Truly Meant to Be Academy that launches on the 7th of June. So this is a real chance for us all just to get together, warm up this energy, for you to get a feel of how it is to work with me, the kind of things we'll be covering in this 6-month life shifting academy, and just to help you as much as I'm able to this week. So at the end of each session that I do, I'll be taking questions from you guys as well, so feel free to ask any questions that you have. So let me know how you're all doing. Send me some love. Hi Claire, darling. If you're watching the replay, comment #replay, and let's get the energy moving. So yesterday, just as a quick recap, was about helping you guys to start unlocking what is in your vortex. So for those that didn't see the live yesterday, so many of us allow fear, I guess, and our ego to stop us becoming the limitless versions of us. And every desire that you have is in your vortex. It's there. It's pretty much 99% manifested. We just need to get you out of the way and allowing it in. And that is totally my zone of genius, to help you to unlock what is in your vortex with rapid pace as well. So many people I work with have very rapid life-shifting experiences, basically, because why wait? We're here to be limitless, limitlessly expansive. And also I'm able to often see what is in people's vortexes way before they even know what's coming. And what I find is so often, in fact all of the time, none of us realise the enormity of what is in there to be unleashed, and that's really, really exciting for me, and that's what I want to be able to do, is help you to unlock what's in your vortex. So yesterday we talked about ways to start unlocking what is in your vortex, whether you have a clear vision of what you want now, whether you're feeling stuck and lost. There were sort of different things to do for wherever you are in your journey. I'm just going to read through some of the comments quickly. Hello my darlings, oh so lovely to see you all. I know it's so sunny here, it's beautiful. I've got the washing on the line, my heart is singing. So that was part 1 yesterday. Now obviously this is really top line, there's only so much I can do in a 60-minute live, which is why I'm running the 6-month academy, so you can really get to grips with all of this and ingrain it within your soul. So if you're enjoying this content, this is literally just scratching the surface. So the link to the academy, which starts next month, is above. If you want to book in a chat with me to find out whether you think it's the right fit for you, just inbox me and let me know. But this is just giving you a taster of the energy that's to come. And I was thinking earlier, or rather the universe is saying to me, think about the fireworks in terms of the energy and how explosive and amazing that energy is going to be in that academy, because I followed soul guidance to create it and bring it. The people that sign up for it are going to be moving with their soul guidance to sign up. Can you imagine the explosion of like energy and vibration that's going to occur in that academy? It's so exciting. So today, part 2 is about becoming the power creator you were born to be. So now we've started to unlock what's in your vortex, I really kind of want to invite you as well to understand that you don't just spend one day trying to work out what's in your vortex to unlock it. Vibrational mastery, becoming the limitless, powerful, ever-expansive creator that you are truly here to be, is your life's work. It's daily. You do it daily. In fact, I'll be talking you through some of the things I did this morning. Vibrational mastery is never ever done. Even when you are awakened, you are always still having to do the work. But it's not hard work in terms of loads of slogging. It's not hard work in terms of being really intensive. We talked yesterday about how just 15 minutes of visualizing your desires and that high vibrational energy is more productive than 16 hours of hard labor. So it's not like you are going to be like bogged down with this vibrational mastery work for the rest of your life at all. But it's about ingraining it into your life and into your everyday. So it's about doing this from here on in, and this is absolutely the case when we're talking today about you becoming the power creator that you're truly here to be. So how do you become the power creator that you're truly here to be? And I guess the first thing that the universe gave me, or that my higher self Sarah gave me, is like, that's going to sound like it's hard. Become the power creator you're born to be. That immediately, for a lot of people, will sound hard, like it's hard work. The word power can sound like hard work. My background is that I worked in London for 12 years in a PR career, and it was all about the struggle and the hard work and the long hours. And innately, some of those words will still bring up things for me that I just need to watch, like the sense of becoming a power creator sounds like it should be hard. But what I really want you to understand is that when you're working with law of attraction plus other universal laws to amplify law of attraction, it's not about it being hard work. It's about you being this powerful commander of universal energies, and just being a powerful magnet for everything that you desire. And what you think you desire now, what's coming and what's in your vortex is even bigger than that, because it's absolutely the case for me, and it'll be absolutely the case for you. And most of us aren't allowing ourselves to dream big enough because we immediately let our egos take us into the how is that ever going to happen. That's possible for people like Richard Branson or whoever it is that you really love, but it's not possible for me. And we immediately start allowing our egos to talk us out of it. And this is what I'm so passionate about helping hundreds of millions of people to realise. You don't just have to be Richard Branson. We all have these limitless powers within us that we're just not unleashing. So it's not about hard work, but it is about consistency, and it is about using the universe all day, every single day, because it's way more productive than slogging and struggling and doing loads of like heavy labour or heavy like admin and all that kind of stuff, okay? So this is about ease and grace now. And, you know, I've been harnessing law of attraction continually now for 2 years. I mean, I can't even begin to explain the level of expansion I've had in terms of physical manifestations, in terms of my vibrational mastery, in terms of the gifts that are now coming my way as I'm beginning to master, continuing rather to master my vibration. And in terms of the future, everything that I thought I wanted in the beginning, it's evolved like 1 million fold, and that's not an exaggeration. And I'm still only just getting warmed up, and this is the energy we can all tap into, but the majority of the population aren't at this moment in time. Only 7% of the population are consciously leveraging law of attraction, but I still think even in that 7%, those 7%, again, the vast majority of us will not be realising how powerful we really and truly are, and how much is at our fingertips, okay? So becoming the power creator that you were born to be. So it's about tuning into the universe every single day and following the guidance every single day, despite logic, okay? So it's not about you, and we touched on this yesterday, it's not about you having a desire and then planning how to bring that into your life. That's the old, that's not the law of attraction way of doing things. That's the kind of old strategic, old school way of doing things. And strategy can work, but it's hard. I have to say, a lot of people I know that are moving with strategy, especially like people in the PR world where I used to work, they're doing it the hard way. They're still working hard. They're working long hours. They're feeling tired. This isn't what it's like when you're leveraging law of attraction. It's about following the guidance that feels delicious, and that is a superpower. So each day it's about tuning into the universe. So we talked yesterday about the Dream Day Journal process, which is the baseline tool I always teach, which opens up everything and starts raising your vibration. Basically, the higher your vibration or the happier you're feeling, the more guidance you're going to receive. As I said yesterday, manifesting and becoming a power creator isn't about you just sitting there and feeling the energy of what you want and it coming towards you. You have to follow the guidance from the universe. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to manifest big, you have to, because the universe will guide you. Ultimately, you have free will, but you choose whether you follow the guidance. But when you follow the guidance, everything flies in. So it's not about you creating a plan about what you want. It's following the guidance every single day, and the universe will keep bringing you, you know, the next step and the next step and the next step, but you have to take the first step for the next step to come, and then you have to follow that step for the next guidance to come. But the universe isn't going to show you the whole roadmap. So it is really practicing surrendering to that universal guidance, and knowing that when you are following universal guidance and you are moving with that, you know, delicious high vibrational energy, you are more powerful than millions. And this is what a lot of people find really hard to understand and grasp, because law of attraction for most of us is something that you can't see. You don't get a written, signed, you know, letter from the universe saying, yes, I will have this manifestation with you by this date. So it's quite hard for us to trust in something when we've spent our whole lives being taught about following what the mind thinks and what the logic is, and, you know, playing it safe. When you're moving with law of attraction, it's about letting go of all of that. And, you know, when you are, you know, moving with that universal guidance, it's about doing it without focusing on the how. And this is always the work. Even now, I sometimes catch myself thinking, right, this is my big vision. How am I going to do it? And it's like, no, there's literally no point me taking any action out of a how energy, because it's going to feel hard and tiring. Like, there's literally no point. It can work. There's a lot of people that are very successful that do that, but they work really, really hard. And I am not a fan of that. I'm all about balance and free fall and everything feeling scrummy and easy. So you have to not focus on the how. You have to follow the guidance regardless of logic. You just have to surrender and move, okay? And, you know, becoming the power creator you were born to be isn't about having a massive to-do list. It's about tuning into the universe and moving with the guidance. It's so simple, guys. Law of attraction isn't rocket science. Well, if you go into the complexities of it, I'm sure it's mind-blowing and fascinating, but that's not my zone. My zone is to demystify it, simplify it for you guys, and get you actually using it. So I've often said before as well, I don't understand how electricity works, but it doesn't stop me using the electricity in my home. I use it all the time, but I don't need to care about how it works. I just want to know how to get the maximum out of it, and this is what I want to help you guys with, the law of attraction. So it's not about having a massive to-do list. It's about tuning into the universe every day. You tune into the universe and your universal guidance by raising your vibration. So by doing the Dream Day Journal, by doing the mindfulness of breathing meditation that we talked about yesterday, and then move with whatever feels yummy. So it's a combination of moving with the inspired actions, but without thinking, how do they equal you manifesting what you desire? So again, a lot of people get inspired actions, but they immediately dismiss them because they can't immediately see how that is going to connect them to their big vision. And this is so common in business and in money, because I've worked with a lot of clients around those areas as well. People will get ideas that feel really delicious to them, but then they won't move with them because they'll think, well, how is that going to bring in the money that I need? That's not going to work. But you're doing it back to front. When you follow what feels really delicious and inspired, regardless of the outcome, that's when the outcome's massive, and that's when abundance really starts to rain in upon you. So you should be spending at least 75% of your day, especially if you're running your own business. It may be a bit harder if you're employed and you're employed somewhere where you don't want to be at the minute, but you know, think about applying this percentage to all of your time outside of your work. You should be spending 75% of your time only doing what you love. You know, I did a post last night, a lot of you commented on, about the most important, the most valuable thing you can do every day is feel good. That's it. Because when you feel good, oh my goodness, it's like you will manifest like you are on steroids. It is so powerful. So just check in. What are you spending most of your day doing? You know, we'll be going into this more in the academy, and when we look at the business part of this warm-up on Thursday. Tomorrow we're looking at money. Thursday we're looking at business. Friday we're looking at sort of just general life leaps and transitions, because they're sort of the 3 areas that I work with most of the people mostly on. But you should be doing what feels delicious all day, every day. That's the job we came here to do, is joy. In the words of Abraham, the job we came here to do is joy. But so many of us get pulled down by our to-do list. Now, I know that we all have commitments. As I said yesterday, it's not like all of us can literally just ditch everything, but you can work at increasing the amount of time that you are spending in your day doing the things that feel good to you. And this is this whole energy of free falling. Just free fall with your day. Just go with the flow in every moment, what feels good. Today I woke up and my energy was a bit off. So I was like, right, what feels good? I'm going to get out into the sun. I'm going to hang my washing on the line. I'm going to tune in and connect to my higher self. I'm going to work with the other universal laws. I'm just going to, you know, what feels good in every moment, and it'll be the same this afternoon. I'm just going to free fall, and it's about being selfish with your vibration as much of the time as you can. I have moved things around in my diary this week because I really want to free fall. I moved a meeting that was scheduled in this morning to next week, and the lady that I spoke to is lovely. She's someone I've worked with before, and it's so heavenly when you're just working with people that are into law of attraction, because you don't have to justify anything, because you understand that what's right for you is right for everybody on a universal level. There's never any guilt, there's never any judgments. It's so low maintenance. So I just said, you know, I'm getting guidance. We need to move this to next week. So I really am getting guidance to free fall to the masses, you know, massively this week. Free fall to the max. And she's like, yeah, absolutely cool. Because, you know, if someone comes to me and says, you know, their soul guidance is saying this, can they change things around? I'm like, yeah, totally. I don't want to see you unless it feels aligned to you, or I don't want us to commit to that unless it feels fully aligned to you. So can you imagine when hundreds of millions of people are living in this way, how amazing it will be? So move each day in a way that feels yummy. Be selfish as much of the time as you can. Obviously, we all have commitments, but outside of those, especially if you're running your own business, screw it, free fall. And it can feel a bit scary, because you can feel a bit like, oh, I've got a massive to-do list, but you're doing it the hard way around. When you start to free fall, you will suddenly have this moment of inspiration where you're ready to do that thing on your to-do list, and it will take 5 seconds. You know, someone was asking me this morning about, you know, some advice around writing a book, because I've got a couple of books, and they said, how long did it take you? And I was like, the first draft I wrote on one day, on a Sunday. I literally just powered through it. And I had been trying to write that book for months, but I had been trying to lead it. And then this Sunday, I just woke up and the universe was screaming through me. And I literally just reeled that book out of me in a day. And that's the thing. When you free fall, you'll get things done way more quickly and effectively. And again, this is something I'll be helping you with in the academy, because so much of what I'm telling you, I'm very aware there's quite a lot to take in, and it's not about you just do it for today. It's like you actually start ingraining this into your life. So move in a way every day that feels yummy. The fastest way to manifesting everything that you desire is to feel good and to have that feeling of balance, that surrendered feeling of scrummy balance. That's actually even more powerful than the high-flying disc. The high-flying disc is insanely powerful, but as I said yesterday, it isn't sustainable. So we just want to get you feeling balanced and scrummy and in that knowing calm, all over life, in that kind of knowing energy, okay? So how do you stay in that energy as well? Because obviously we all have our egos that will bring things up. So it's about tackling the fears that are coming up daily as well. So a lot of you will already know about my limiting beliefs process, but it's so powerful. And what I didn't realize is, in all the time that I've been using this, when you're working through a limiting beliefs process, at the end of it, you're creating a new belief, which is actually like using energy and pulling in energy from the law of truth, because there's other universal laws new insights revealing. It's not just law of attraction. There's other universal laws that freaking ramp up your manifesting even more. So when you're using law of attraction and weaving in law of truth, law of balance, law of desire, they're just kind of like the first three, that makes you like manifesting rocket fuel. And again, there's so much new insight on this, and this will be woven throughout the academy as well. But just know that when you're doing the limiting beliefs process, there's a reason it's so powerful. I always knew it was, but now I actually really understand why, because at the end of it, you are harnessing law of truth. So the limiting beliefs process, just really quickly, if you have a limiting belief that's coming up for you, write down what it is, then write down all the reasons why that limiting belief might not be true, is step 2. So if you're watching this on replay, pause it if you want to do this live. Obviously, if you're watching live, you can come back to it and pause it as you go. Step 3 is writing out all the reasons why the opposite is possible. And you may find step 3 is a bit similar to step 2, but in step 3, look at other people who are manifesting what it is that you desire and kind of lean into the fact that, well, if they can do it, then it must be possible for you as well. Step 4 is writing your new belief, which is when you're actually harnessing law of truth. So what happens is when people go through the limiting beliefs process correctly, when they write their new truth at the end, it's like this just knowing that that's the truth. And again, bit of new insight for you without sort of overwhelming you too much today. We have vortexes of emotion, new insights. We have our trust vortex in our throat, our love vortex in our chest. We have our hope vortex here. We have our truth vortex below your belly button. And you have your strength vortex down at the bottom of your pelvis, okay? And you're going to know when you are aligning with law of truth because you're going to feel it in your truth vortex below your belly button. Again, some of you may not feel that easily necessarily. It's about mastering this. So I've been working with this energy for a few months now. And again, the 6-month academy will help you to just really master that. But it's very powerful because once you've created a law with the law of truth, it kind of cuts through any doubts that you have as long as you keep that truth active. So the limiting beliefs process is really, really, really powerful. So a lot of people I work with do that every day, especially in the beginning. The first time I did it for lots of limiting beliefs. I spent about 1 hour and 40 minutes, I think it was, working through several limiting beliefs. And by the end of it, you just feel clear. You feel like this clear channel to receive, because the whole time you have these doubts and limiting beliefs in your vibration, they're actually cluttering up your manifesting flow. So to clean them out is so cathartic, as you can imagine, and it helps you feel so aligned, especially when you are kind of creating those new truths at the end. So you can use that process daily, but so powerful. The first time you do it, it may take you quite a while, like it did for me, but then it gets really quick and it's so powerful, guys. Another thing about how to sort of keep your vibration high: only share your big limitless version with those that you 1000% trust and are 1000% going to cheerlead you on. Again, the power of this academy, the power of this Mastering the Art of Manifesting tribe, but especially the power of the academy. You know, we had this in the last academy we ran. Everyone's dreams are massive, and everyone believes in each other's dreams and are cheerleading each other on, and it's just the most powerful energy. And so often I have people say to me, oh, if I talk to my parents about it or my partner, they don't understand, and it kind of brings in the low vibration again. It brings in my doubting. It takes me into the how. And so be selfish with your vibration guides. Be very protective and selective and discerning with who you're sharing your big dreams and vision with, because you don't want anybody to put any doubt into your vision. You want to be only sharing your big vision with those that absolutely 1,000,000% will cheerlead you on. They will literally be your cheerleading squad, and I'm very selective who I share my big vision with. You know, create a group around you, you know, use this tribe, you know, the academy will also help with this, but have a group of people around you who are your go-tos when you are having wobbles. So I massively lean on 𝗕cie𝗿𝗿 a lot, 𝗕𝗲𝗿𝗿 and Raph a lot. There are key people that are in my circle that I will go to if I'm just having a bit of an egoic day, and they are amazing, and I do the same, you know, for them. We just all hold the energy for one another, and it's so powerful. So can you find a manifesting buddy, even if it's someone in this tribe? It doesn't need, you know, I don't live near Katie, for example. Liv lives in Spain, but, you know, we support each other on WhatsApp. How scrummy is that? So are there other people that you can have that connection with? And I've had that since the very beginning. And in the very beginning, I guess like none of us knew what was coming, but we've always supported each other since day one. So really important to look at as well. And again, the power of the academy is so scrummy. Okay, so also when you've got fears coming up, list out 20 reasons why the opposite is true. Or, you know, sometimes if you're feeling a bit impatient or a bit like where you are now is so far removed from everything that you desire, write down 20 reasons you love your life right now. Really powerful. This is something my ego tries to trick me into a lot of the time, especially now I know what's in my soul contract and what's coming. Sometimes it's been doing it today. I'm being a bit like, I just want to be there now. And it's like, that's not good manifesting energy. Good, scrummy manifesting energy is loving where you are now and being excited for the future, not an energy of craving the future and wanting it to come in faster. So this is the thing. My vibrational mastery is really developed, and I'm still doing the work all of the time because my ego will still try and trip me up, okay? So fall in love with where you are now. Really powerful. And I was going to say something else about that as well. 20 reasons why you love where you are now. 20 reasons why your life is already so perfect where you are now. And what else did I want to say to you? When you're taking the actions, you know, I talked about this on a post the other day, saying how to know whether a leap is aligned or not. And we'll talk about this more in Friday's session. But every action you're taking, does it feel delicious? Firstly, that's the first main thing, because there's literally no point doing it if it doesn't. It's so counterproductive. It just makes everything hard. And secondly, is it in alignment with that big vision of you? Another thing to do if you're feeling a bit stuck is to really create a desire that you love. And again, this gets you harnessing law of desire, another new law. Harnessing law of desire, oh my God, I've been practicing this for the last few weeks and it's phenomenal. So again, we'll be working with this in the academy as well. But basically, when you create a desire that you want to eat, and when you are feeling that desire every day, so when you're dream day journaling every morning and then you carry that energy with you throughout the day, it's like the universe will move mountains for you, but also it drives your high vibration. It cuts through the contrast. So really important to have a very powerful desire. But there are times when that desire won't be as clear. So we will expand every 3 to 4 months on average in those cycles. So when we're having those expansion phases in terms of energy expansion, there will be phases within those similar cycles where we're actually just recalibrating. We're not really creating new desires. I always find those bits a bit uncomfortable. I just love having a really scrummy desire. But if you can really harness a desire that you just want to eat and you just wear that energy all day, every day, you're actually activating law of desire, which is really powerful. And in fact, it's one of the first things that I do now. And again, I think when I first started using the Dream Day Journal, this is kind of what the Dream Day Journal leads to, but I didn't obviously understand the background behind it. But now I understand that law of desire is something you can harness. You can understand how powerful that is. So get really clear on a desire. I've been doing it this morning, you know. I've been thinking, right, I've written books, I've done events, I want to help more and more people. What's my next desire that I'm really going to eat after this academy? Because the current desire is having this spectacular, massive, vibrationally powerful academy where everyone in it has life-shifting transitions. That's the end. That's my desire right now, is that academy being the most spectacular, most powerful academy I've done to date. And I will let the universe bring everyone that is aligned to that towards me. And when I have that desire, it cuts through any contrast, it cuts through the how, it cuts through the doubting. It's like, that's my desire, and it feels so scrummy. Okay, so, but if you are struggling with your desire, just keep journaling, keep meditating, keep feeling that energy of balance, keep free falling as much as you can, and then that desire will start to emerge. But if you are feeling contrasty, ramping up that desire cuts through it so much, and that's something I've been proactively working on in the last 24 hours. It's so scrummy. Keep following the joy and the excitement, you know. Something else, again, new insights, not to overwhelm you too much, but just so you understand it. When you are harnessing in desire and you feel really scrummy, you go into what is now known as expectant mindset. And when you're in expectant mindset, obviously you're expecting that stuff to come through, and it's obviously there's zero resistance virtually. You will manifest everything that you desire. But a lot of us are spending a lot of our times in resistant mindset as well. And this is something, you know, when I talk in the past about how my ego is really stubborn, it's because my ego by default is in resistant mindset. So all of these tools that I've always used shortcut you into expectant mindset. Just bringing in some new terms here that are taught by 𝗕𝗲𝗰 of Abraham and Jesus Begin. So shifting into expectant mindset is always the work, and it starts with balance. It starts with doing everything that you love. It's, you know, following the universal guidance regardless of the how. Basically, becoming the power creator you were born to be means continued vibrational mastery. It means tuning into the universe every day. The higher vibration you are, the more you can tune in, the more guidance you get. It means moving with the guidance, and it's really mastering those energies and disempowering the ego so you are continually in expectant mindset. So I hope that helps, okay? And I'm just going to talk you through what I did this morning because it will help you. This will be the stuff I'll be helping all of you with in the academy as well. But for those of you that are watching the warm-up, just, you know, an insight into my day. I manifest really powerfully. I've been doing this consistently for 2 years, but reading up on law of attraction for years. My vibration is the highest it's ever been. So I'm a powerful manifester, but this is still the work that I do all the time. So I woke up this morning feeling a bit anxious, feeling that resistant mindset. And so I was like, right, before I do anything else, I need to sort my vibration out. So Dream Day journaled and meditated, but then ramped it up even further. I went and walked Belle in nature. So I went with the free fall. I said to Mel, my brand director, I just said to her, having a bit of vibrational shizzle going down, I'm just going to go in free fall. So again, working with people that understand law of attraction is amazing. Can you imagine when everybody understands it? We're all going to be so flowy. There's going to be like all of this like gorgeous energy. So I was like, right, I'm going off to free fall. And I went to the woods and I took myself to this beautiful opening in the woods where there's a bench and just all this greenery. I love it. It's like my little space. And now whenever I walk up there, I'll take a notepad because that's when I'm likely to receive guidance from the universe. That's actually when I received guidance for the content of this today. But what I did was I went up there and I called in the law of balance. Again, another law that you can call in when, and again, it takes some mastery. This isn't something I've been able to do overnight necessarily, but you can call in the law of balance into your body and it calms you. Then I called in the law of truth, and then I called in the energy of Mother Earth as well, which again is something 2 years ago I would have been like, have you lost your mind? But it's all energy. It's so powerful. And so I called all of those laws in, called my higher self Sarah in, and just really removed any low vibration from me and just kind of calmed. And then I connected to a couple of truths that I had created before, which cut through that kind of resistant energy. And then I went and worked on my desire. As I've just said, I've been working on my desire this morning. And that process has shifted my vibration. I can still feel a tiny bit of tension, but I'm harnessing that desire energy. I'm using the truths to cut through those limiting beliefs. And I'm doing the vibrational mastery continually. Now I'm doing this. I had to make sure my energy was aligned before I did this. So can you see how it's always the work? So in terms of vibrational mastery, it's never ever all done. It's, you know, again, I think often we're in a society where we want quick fixes, you know, or we're used to studying something for a couple of years and then getting the qualification. When you're understanding law of attraction and the fact that we are continually expanding every single day, the universe, multiverse is infinitely expanding, you can therefore start to understand how it's never all done. You are, especially when you're working with law of attraction daily, you are going to go through real spurts of massive universal growth, and it's never going to feel stale. It's never going to feel stagnant. So again, if you're feeling stagnant at the minute, but you're trying to implement law of attraction, just check in with yourself. Are you actually moving with the guidance? Because if you are, it shouldn't feel stagnant. The amazing thing about law of attraction is that it doesn't feel stagnant. Even when you're having those phases where you're not getting loads of clarity for desire, it doesn't feel stagnant because you are literally expanding every single day still. So I think in terms of things that you can do today, just give you a bit of soul work to play around with. Note down any guidance that you're getting, and guidance can be big inspired ideas that feel like light bulb moments, these moments of clarity, or it can just be nudges. Okay, so the first time I launched my academy, it was this massive inspired idea, which is why it was so powerful. This second time, because I'd done it once, it wasn't like it was a brand new idea, but it was a real kind of pulling in my soul that, yeah, this is the next thing to launch and I'm going to love it, and everyone that signs up is going to love it, and it's going to be a really powerful collection of people. So move with the inspired actions and the nudges. Move with what feels good as much as you can over the next 24 hours. You know, if you run your own business, you're very lucky. You can probably do that much more. If you don't yet, you can do it outside of your working hours on your lunch break as well. Just free fall in the moment. Make sure you are raising your vibration at the start of the day and also at the end of the day, especially if you're in resistant mindset. Topping and tailing is really powerful. So, you know, raise your vibration at the start of the day. Do your dream day journal process. Write out the manifesting evidence that's come through over the last 24 hours, really powerful. So manifesting evidence, four key parts of manifesting evidence. The one is feeling high vibration, feeling happy. That's evidence you're in manifesting flow, positive manifesting flow. The second piece of evidence is when you start to get clarity and ideas and inspired actions. Second piece of evidence is when you start to get synchronicities and coincidences. Again, none of that is by chance. We're in this enormously powerful, magical universe. So any coincidences and synchronicities are absolutely the universe around you, showing that it's supporting you. So we've got clarity, synchronicities, inspired actions, feeling good, and obviously physical manifestations that actually come in. So track all your manifesting evidence. You know, before you go to bed and first thing in the morning as well, list out, you know, before you go to bed, all the things you've got to look forward to the next day. So if you're feeling in resistant mindset and you're feeling contrasty, that's really important. Listing out all the things that have gone well that day, not just manifesting evidence actually, but just all the things that have gone well. It will only take about 5 minutes. And then list out all the things you've got to look forward to the next day, because you want to go to sleep as high vibration as possible. Because again, new insight is that when you go to sleep low vibration, you're actually putting more low vibration into your body. So again, the power of tailing your day is much more obvious now why that's so important. If you can go to sleep higher vibration, you'll wake up higher vibration and it won't settle overnight. And then in the morning, you know, do your dream day journal, manifesting evidence list out the things you've got to look forward to in the days ahead. Because again, if you're someone that's resistant mindset and that's how you spent most of your life, you're probably going to wake up in the morning with this feeling of like, oh God, what have I got to do today? Or what's going to come up for me today? And it's about training your mind out of that. You know, if you are feeling a bit contrasty, do the limiting beliefs process in the morning as well, and do as much as you can to raise your vibration before you do the mindfulness of breathing meditation, because the mindfulness of breathing meditation is when you drop all resistance and you will get lots of universal guidance. And in fact, in the academy, I'll be taking you through a higher self connection meditation, because you can actually connect into your higher self every day as well and receive guidance, and I tend to do that most days as well. So really make sure you're topping and tailing your day. Really, really, really powerful, because that's when you get the guidance, then you move with the guidance. That's it. That's when you get the scrummy instincts and you move with them. That's it. That's how you become a powerful creator, okay? It's no more complicated than that. So, you know, and again, other things that I only just mastering myself as well, having done these for a few months, is you can actually work with your vortexes of emotion that I talked about earlier and generate high vibration. And I did that really well for the first time this morning. So again, that's something I'm going to be able to start teaching you guys as well. So you can kind of see how the Academy is a blend of my 6 powerful self-study courses plus 3 Zoom calls every month where I'm going to come on and coach you in a group format, but come to each of you one-to-one and weave in this new insight. So it's kind of like a power combination of all the best stuff. So if you are really wanting to unleash what's in your vortex and become the power creator you were meant to be, do look at this Academy. It's going to be running for 6 delicious months, and it's going to be incredible. You know, in the warm-up week this week, tomorrow I'll be looking at weaving this all into money. Thursday I'll be looking at weaving this all into business, and Friday I'll be looking at weaving this all into life leaps and transitions and shifts and changes. But I'm really looking for people on this Academy who are ready to just unleash their extraordinary. That's literally it. And to have a point of focus for 6 months where we all do this and you sort of have me at the helm guiding you. Okay, so lots of things to digest today. Again, I'm trying not to overwhelm you, but also give you a taster of all of this new stuff that's coming and what, you know, the 6 months of working together would be like. If you are feeling a little overwhelmed, again, just know that when we work together for 6 months, I'm going to be here to help you through all of that. But for those that are just wanting to play with the warm-up energy just for now, really just focus on feeling good and following the guidance, following what feels delicious, not ignoring the guidance, feeling as high vibrational as you can, disempowering the ego so you can stay as high vibrational as you can to receive that universal guidance. I don't do anything anymore that doesn't feel good, and I don't plan anything, and I think half the world thinks I'm insane. I know my dad definitely does, bless him, sometimes. I don't plan anything. There's no point. It's the hard way around of doing things. What feels good today? What guidance is the universe giving me today? Okay, I'm gonna move with that guidance regardless of whether I think it's gonna get me my manifestation or not, because the universal guidance is infinite intelligence. It is always the fastest, shortest route to manifesting everything you desire. Even when your logic can't understand how that's gonna get you your desire, it is the most powerful way. So it's about really learning to trust in this energy. So using the manifesting evidence list, again, if you're using that every day, it will help you to trust in the process. So now I can see lots of questions are coming through. I can see we're already at 1:45. There's a lot of content there, guys. So any questions, do just ask. And yeah, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, just know that in the Academy, it will be 6 delicious months of nailing this and embodying this, because gosh, if you do this stuff consistently for 6 months, let alone a year, your life is going to shift ginormously. It is just so exciting. And my academies are only going to get bigger as well. So if you want more intimate working with me, then leap into this one, because they're just going to get bigger, because it's law of attraction, everything's always expanding. So I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. But I'll just go through to the comments and questions that have been coming through already. Probably do just need a bit of a sip of water. Hang on. I've been speaking a lot. Right, okay, one of you saying I like it 75% of the time. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you shouldn't be doing anything you don't like as much of the time as possible, you know. And when we look at business on Thursday, I'll be sort of explaining how I outsource the stuff that I don't enjoy, or I just don't do it, because there's literally no point doing it unless it feels good. Nicholas saying everything you were saying is all I feel is coming now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Laura's saying so true. I commented yesterday on one of your posts that I've quit my job and leave at the end of June. It feels great. And that's the amazing thing, Laurie. So if ever your ego tries to kick in now, make sure you keep connecting to how right that feeling is, because when we leap, the ego will try and trip us up. Just invariably, that's just what it will do. So just keep tuning into how you know in your core it's right. Like, create a truth around it. The law of, you know, you're going to leverage the law of truth and create a truth saying this is absolutely right in my soul, and the universe will support me no matter what. Whatever feels good for you, you'll need to feel it in your truth vortex below your belly button. Again, this is very top line, guys, so if you want to really master this, that's what the academy is for. But just to give you a little taster, so I hope that helps, darling. But I'm so proud of you, because when you leap and it feels scrummy, even if it feels a bit scary, if it feels really scrummy, the universal energy is going to shift really quickly for you. The universe will start sending all of these cooperative components into your experience. Okay. Claire, I so want my vision already. I know. So this is the real mastery. Loving where you are now and having that perfect energy around your desire that you want to eat it, but you're not impatient for it. But it's always the mastery. I can't tell you the number of times I've slipped into that impatient energy. And as soon as you feel impatient, it feels icky to your soul. You know, what you feel is what manifests. If you're feeling something low vibrational, you're going to be manifesting more stuff to feel low vibrational about. So you want to be feeling good. Good feelings equal good manifestation. So it's about training yourself. But I totally hear you, because I'm guilty of it myself. But, you know, the perfect balance is loving where you are and being excited for what's coming. So keep working at it. Okay, I adore my life from where I am. I just need some tweaks. For example, I rent my home in the country and I dream of owning my country home. Just a tweak. Amazing. And the thing is, there will always be tweaks. This is the other thing to remember, guys. It's never ever all done. I remember when I had my first 10k month, my ego was then freaking out and creating new things for me to kind of want more of or to stress about. And I've had that with so many clients as well. So we often think that when we get what it is we desire, then it will all be good and we can just relax. I can promise you, having manifested on steroids, obviously not literally, but having manifested insanely powerfully for 2 years, I can promise you, as soon as that manifestation comes in, you'll be on to the next one, because it's how we're built. We're here to keep expanding. We're not designed to manifest one thing and then just stop desiring. We're here to keep desiring and keep expanding. So again, really nice energy though, where to love where you are, but also being excited for how that's going to expand in the future. Okay, I own my country home. I also love my life, but the reality is that constant cash flow is required to uphold the lifestyle. So again, in the academy, we'll be doing lots around this as well. You know, you get the money course as part of the academy, but also it is about, you can create truths to support that as well. So money is just an energy. It's always there, like literally it's totally accessible the entire time, and it's building that trust. And again, harnessing law of truth around that is really, really powerful, because you want to be, you know, like my book, It's Time to Get Your Money Flow On. It's all about the flow. You want to be loving the money going out as well as it coming in. And often people's energy isn't balanced around money. So some people love to spend, so it's going out really, really quickly and not enough's coming in. Other people are scared of spending, so it's all coming in, but they're not really spending it, so they're actually saving it. And if they're doing it from a place of fear, it stops the flow. If you're loving saving and seeing that energy build, then if it feels good, then obviously it's aligned and you're on the right path. It's the universe confirming that it's right. If you feel good, it's the universe confirming that what you're doing is aligned for you and where you're wanting to go. But a lot of people don't like spending money because it comes from a place of fear. And when you don't like spending money because it comes from a place of fear, you're actually going to stop the whole flow, because it's about knowing how to turn that universal tap on and to keep it running, basically. Like, thank you, Sarah. It's always there, but this is always the work. And again, guys, you know, I've had to have a lot of intense universal training around money so that I can coach it to you. And I posted something last night, again, talking about how a few months ago the universe decided to train me a bit more on my money manifesting, and I suddenly was a bit like wobbling around money, and then I was a bit like, oh my god, am I losing my touch? Like, what is going on? And I know that that was universal training, because I just innately, or not, it was Sarah guiding me, but I innately knew I had to just focus on feeling scrummy and balanced and feeling yummy and just being in that allowing energy. And that's all I did. I followed a couple of bits of guidance, but I didn't go at it and just think, I need to make money, how am I going to do it? Because it's the hard way. I just trusted and surrendered, and I worked on my vibration to clear the limiting beliefs and anything that was making me feel anxious. And I focused on that solidly for 7 days, and then within 10 days I manifested £12,000. So, but it's about learning to trust it, and knowing that it's always the work, about knowing that more money is always going to come in. It's about also mastering money overflow, which is something I'm playing with at the minute, and I will write a book about as well, money overflow. So it's not just money flow, playing with money overflow. But technically, if you trusted the universe innately, you would never worry about spending money, because you'd always know more would come in. Really, really powerful. Okay, my darling? So, but it is always the work, and this is why I'm always passionate about talking to you guys about my experience. Don't think that I have it all sussed, because anyone that's saying that they have won't be expanding. If you're expanding, there's always going to be more things for you to master and more growth, and you get to a point where you start welcoming the growth as well, or as 𝗕𝗲𝗰𝗵 would call it, step 5ing it. But it is about practicing and trusting that flow, darling. So I hope that's helpful for you. Oops. Thank you very much for today. I free fall a lot, but you've put a different perspective on the I should be doing, the to-do list bit that sneaks in. That bit that nags. I've got a better grip on free falling now. Law of balance, just be in the now. Off to the river, sandwiches, flask, dog. Oh god, that sounds amazing. Like, that is literally going to put you straight in the vortex, and then you're going to be really open to receiving guidance and physical manifestations. So, you know, I remember so many times in the beginning of my business, I would go to a spa and manifest thousands of pounds. I literally remember one time in particular feeling really anxious about something, going to a spa with a gorgeous friend, and then literally within 2 hours I'd manifested £2,000. And I was like, I literally just need to live in the spa. So whenever you do something that feeds your soul, that's when you're open to receiving. So I'll probably be doing the same this afternoon. I'm probably going to go and sit in a park somewhere beautiful, have the sun on me, be out in nature, and just fall in love with my now. And when you do that, you drop the resistance. That's when you've got that really balanced, scrummy energy. That's when I'll get the guidance, and I follow the guidance. Yeah. Oh, Beth, darling, you're watching. Hello. Right, so I think that's all of the questions for today. Does anybody else have anything they want to ask me? Obviously, I know quite a few of you will watch this on catch up. What are we doing time-wise now? 5 to 1. But I hope that's helpful. And there is, I'm sorry, Sarah keeps telling me to tell you, in this book, there is a really powerful meditation that Olivia and her team gave me, basically to generate this energy of money flow. I know a lot of you will have this book, so a lot of you would have already practiced it, but if you haven't, I would, well, firstly recommend getting this book, because it's a 30-day it's a 21-day workbook. Although, to be fair, if you do the academy, you get the live training version of this, of me reading a chapter every day and training you, so you get that included in the academy anyway. But that is a really good money practice to start using as well, because it gets you practicing that energy and vibration of money continually flowing in. Imagine it like a cup continually overflowing. That's kind of how you want to be feeling around money. And even as a powerful money manifestor myself, I'm not there the entire time. I still have to do the work and watch my ego. So it's always about watching your ego. Okay, my darlings? So quite a lot to think about today. A few key things you can go away and start practicing. Tomorrow I will be on at 1 p.m, not midday, because I've got to take the dog to get her fur cut because it's really warm here now and she's overheating. So I'll be on at 1 o'clock rather than 12 o'clock because I need to go and collect her. So I want to make sure I have time to collect her. So I will be on at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and tomorrow you're going to be excited for this one. All of you always are. Same with me. I love talking about money. We're going to be looking at how to weave this all into money, because part of the academy, obviously there's going to be a huge focus on money in terms of the live coaching I do, and in the self-study courses money's woven in, I think, to pretty much all of them. So we'll be talking about money tomorrow, so come loaded with your questions at 1 o'clock, and I can't wait to see you all then, my darlings. And yeah, any questions about the academy, inbox me and we can arrange a call if you like. And I'm sending you so much love. Have a gorgeous Tuesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.